The question we have to answer, though, is where do we want to go? What's our vision for the future, and how do we get there? Now, in the short term, I've been urging Congress to pass some proposals that would give the economy an immediate boost. And these are proposals, by the way, that traditionally have had support in both parties. I want to extend the tax relief that we put in place back in December for middle-class families so that you have more money in your paychecks next year. If you've got more money in your paychecks next year, you're more likely to spend it, and that means small businesses and medium-sized businesses and large businesses will have more customers, and they'll be in a position to hire. I want to give more opportunities to all those construction workers out there who lost their jobs when the housing bubble went bust. We could put them to work, giving loans to private companies that want to repair our roads and our bridges and our airports, rebuilding our infrastructure, putting Americans to work, doing the work that needs to be done. And regardless of what you feel about the particular policies, some of you may have supported the wars or opposed the wars, some of you may have agreed with the Recovery Act, some of you may be opposed. Regardless of your views on these various actions that we're taking, the fact is they all cost money. And the result is that there's simply too much debt on America's credit card. Neither party is blameless for the decisions that led to this problem. But both parties have a responsibility to solve it. Before we stop funding clean energy research, let's ask oil companies and corporate jet owners to give up the tax breaks that other companies don't get. I mean, these are special tax breaks. Before we ask college students to pay more for their education, let's ask hedge fund managers to stop paying taxes that are lower on their rates than their secretaries. The easiest thing for a politician to do is to give you more stuff and ask less in return. It's a lot harder to say, we got to cut back on what you're getting, and you got to pay a little more. That's never fun. But we can do it in a balanced way that doesn't hurt anybody badly, that doesn't put the burden just on one group. So we can solve our deficit problem. And I'm willing to sign a plan that includes tough choices I would not normally make, and there are a lot of Democrats and Republicans in Congress who I believe are willing to do the same thing. The only people we have left to convince are some folks in the House of Representatives. We're going to keep on working on that. In 2010, Americans chose a divided government. But they didn't choose a dysfunctional government. And